math students, here's another lesson on fractions for you. In this lesson we're going to focus on equivalent fractions, what they mean, and how you can find them using math. So let's first take a look at our fraction 1/2. We know our numerator is 1 and our denominator is 2. Alright, so when you create an equivalent fraction, that means you're taking this fraction and you're splitting it up into more pieces. For instance, if we have a circle here, cut in half, and one of it's eaten, that would be, this is half of it's eaten. Now if I want to make an equivalent fraction, all that means is I would cut this circle into more pieces. So now our fraction would be 2/4 of its eaten, which is an equivalent fraction to 1/2. As you can see, it's just broken up into more pieces. I could do another equivalent fraction by cutting it into more pieces. This would be 4/8. Okay, now that's just kind of the conceptual idea of equivalent fraction. Now let's look how you do it with math. Let's start with a simple fraction of 1/2. Now the nice thing about 1/2 is the equivalent fractions for 1/2 are pretty simple, because all you have to do is look at the numerator, and then the denominator is just twice as more. So if our numerator was 4, we know our denominator would be 8. If our denominator was 12, our numerator has to be half of that, which is 6 plus 6, which is 12. That's why half is so easy. Even if I had 100 as my denominator, I think, well, what is half of 100? Well, it's 50. So that's just one of the easiest ones, and that's one of the ones that you'll definitely have to know. But let's say, though, that you want to do something with your fractions, and they have different denominators. So let's say we have 1/2 and 2/3, and we want to add these fractions together, or subtract them, or really compare them. Well, we can't right now because, as you can see, their denominators are different, so we can't do anything. So what we need to do first is we need to find the least common multiple. So we're going to start with our 2's, and we're just going to start listing the multiples of 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, and I'm just going to list the first 5, 10, okay? Now we'll start with our 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, okay? Now, what you need to do is you need to take a look at both your multiples and see if any numbers have, if either of these multiples have the same number in common. And well, so we'll start with our 3's. There's no 3 up here. Now here's a 6, and actually I wrote that backwards. So this 6 and this 6 are the same. So we know that our denominator has to be 6. And that will, so what I like to do is just automatically write 6 there. We can also do it with a half. It's coming to down here, 6 here. Now here's the only tricky part. You need to ask yourself, how many 2's go into 6? Well, 2, 4, 6, 3. So what I like to do is write a big times symbol and write a big 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3. So 3/6 is an equivalent fraction to 1/2. Now we have to do the same over here. How many 3's go into 6? Well, 3, 6. So that's a times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 times 2 is 4. So an equivalent fraction of 2/3 is 4/6. Now we can add these numbers, 3, 6, and 4, 6. We can subtract them. We can compare them. All right, let's try one more. Let's try a little harder one. Let's say you have the fraction 1/10 and the fraction 60 over 100. Well, we can't do anything with them right now just because our denominators are different. Okay, now if I'm looking at these, I automatically know that this 10 here goes into 100. Now let's count by 10 to see how many times it goes in. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So it goes in 10 times. So if I want my 10 to be able to go into 100, this number is good to go. I don't have to do anything with this. I'm just going to box it in and put a little check because it's good to go. I want it to be 100. Now what we need to do is turn this denominator of 10 into an equivalent fraction of 100. So we just proved that it was 10 times, so you write a big 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 1 times 10 is 10. So an equivalent fraction of 1/10 is 10 out of 100. Now we could add these, we could subtract them, we could compare them. This was a lesson on equivalent fractions. Hopefully this has challenged you this time.